Oxford, Mississippi. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. He told me this will be one of the biggest tests all year. Of course, they want to establish their dominance, SEC over the ACC, but he's going to need the crowd noise to do it. Confusion at the line of scrimmage when the offense has the ball. He said, I want our fans out and ready to impact this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The run inside. It's Mobley. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Carr. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking for space. It's Lacey. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
And the ball comes to rest right there. Here come the Irish back on offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. for the tackle. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Throwing right. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. He's down immediately, but they convert on 4th down and keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Carr. He's got the tight end. Across the 45. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he is a problem.
Hits inside. It's Mobley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He's past the marker. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Rolled his way into the end zone.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for room. It's Lacey. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Taylor wants to throw. Makes the grab. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The running back has it. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Rebels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Right back to it. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Trying to move them on the counter. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
This guy's been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the 2nd level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I love when you change the launch point, when you move the quarterback and bootleg him outside of the pocket. You can see he does a really good job of gaining depth as he goes outside. Now he's a threat to run the football or throw it. Guys have to drop back a little bit, then he can run the football and get a positive gain.
No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
And this is a big 3rd down coming up, man. This team's trailing, haven't had a great 1st half, but this offense has a chance to cut into the lead or tie this football game. Big 3rd down coming up.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
The Rebels looking to convert on fourth down. Sends it back in motion. Needs it here on fourth down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. How about that tackle to stop him short on fourth down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Finds a crease, it's Mobley. At the 20, he's got space. There he goes. The 40, the 30, the 10, all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Taylor wants to throw it. Look out!
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Finds space, it's Mobley. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Working that left side now. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Carr on play action. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Long way to go on second down. Here's Carr to throw. Swings it out to his running back. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the RPO got it. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Breaks through, it's Mobley. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Taylor wants to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Got him on the RPO.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Throwing. Carr. Keeping his eyes downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Turning it on. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Rebels offense is back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize.
Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter. They'll try to answer here. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes ahead. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Looking for a crease. It's Mobley. Shakes off the defender. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. He is threatening to run his way into the Irish annals like Julius Jones did against Pitt and Navy, or maybe rolling like the bus, Jerome Bettis or Vegas Ferguson.
Just having a day. Give it to him. Good things happening. Listen, this offense, they're physical up front. They're creating holes, and the running back is doing the rest. This is clinic take 101 on how to be physical.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mobley. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeps it on the ground. Notre Dame. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He lets one fly deep. It's caught downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tells to run, wants to pass. Moves to his right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
When you have a quarterback that's this dynamic, you'd be stupid not to get him outside the pocket. Great job bootlegging to the right. Now I can throw the deep ball, I can throw some crossers, or I can run it and take off. It's really tough to defend. The defense did a good job, but I'm going to continue to do this and use his athletic ability to my advantage.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Snapped on 4th down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Handoff to the single running back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Under pressure. He's got it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm here.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Carr above the noise. He wants to go deep. He's got it on the right. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Running inside, it's Mobley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake?
He smashes his way through again. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a gun.
Surge ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Back open in the middle. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
From the gun on third down, Carr. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Fourth down, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish! His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Left side is Smith. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Uh-oh, look out. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Selling the fake. Still looking to his right. On the run deep down the right side. Goes high to pull it in. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Extending the play. A shot toward the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it comes up empty there, but that's exactly what this offense needs to keep doing, man. Keep throwing the football. Like, don't quit. Don't give up. I know you're down a couple of possessions, but you want to show your team, man, that we're always going to fight no matter what the scoreboard is. That's what we are. That's who we are. We're competitive, and we're going to keep getting better, and that's the goal of this squad.
Finds us back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Plows his way ahead. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time.
All right, wait a minute here. They are going to send out the field goal unit and take what they hope is assured points. And he got it! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
After hitting that field goal down a possession here late, one timeout in your back pocket, I'm thinking we're still going to see onside kick here. So, nice job by the kicker. They're not going to through the uprights. Now the big question, can he execute the onside kick?
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.